This video is designed to give you a quick and simple guide to citing sources in your term papers and research papers. Now, why do we cite sources? The first reason is to validate where we say we got the source of our information. The second reason is to allow other scholars to find and use the information that we have found and used. That is how scholarship advances. 3, and very importantly, it is to give yourself references for future work. So you can have a database of citations and bibliographies that you can use as you go from one project to another. There are some very simple rules to follow. Let us say we are quoting a writer who is called Arthur. That's the last name, and the first name is Peter. Peter Arthur. There are a few different ways of doing this. Let us say we are saying Arthur in, and we're going to mention the book he wrote, Book of Books. That's the name of the book. We would put the name, or rather the year of the book, right after the mention of the book. So Arthur in Book of Books speaks of books. Now if we want to quote what Arthur said, we would have something such as Arthur says, books are great reading. And what we then do is we put the year of the book as well as the page number, because we have made a direct quotation of Arthur. Now, if we're paraphrasing a thought that Arthur said in the article or the book that he has written, it would depend. If the paraphrasing is a specific thought, Arthur believes that books should be read more often, then we would again put page numbers and dates. Now, if we have already quoted Arthur, as we just did in the last line, and then we continue saying about his work, he also believes that books should be chosen carefully. Beautiful thing about computers is that you can edit as you go along. Carefully. It is still a specific thought. But now we don't have to repeat the year because we have just cited him in the citation that comes immediately before. So what we would do, we would just put the page number in. Now if after this we were to cite somebody else, Amy disagrees with Arthur, and etc., etc., we would then, when we go back to Arthur, we would have to again mention the year of the book and the page number if needed. So as soon as there's a break, we have to go back to the first author. It is as simple as that. You will notice there are no spaces between the year and the page number. There is a colon. Your punctuations always go after the citation and not before. They include that, they're inclusive. And that is basically the way we cite articles as well as books. And if Arthur had written an article, that article would still be published in a given year. So you would put the year, and then we would find it in your bibliography, which is the list of books that you have used in your paper. Correct? Now, let us say that Arthur has written a book with many others. Then you would quote all the names, as long as there are three: Arthur, Winnie, and George. But if there are more than three, then all you do is you put Arthur et al. It's Arthur and all the rest. This is in your text. Now, how do you represent these people in your bibliography? That's what I'd like to talk to you about next. I'm going to bring this up where we can see it. This author here has written a book. So the way you do your bibliography is you put the last name first, a comma, space, first name, a period. You then put the year with a period. If it is a book, you put the name in italics, always in italics for books. You put a period, and then you put the city where the book was published. You find this in the first page of the book, and a colon, and the name of the publisher. So you have the name of the author, the year of publication, the title of the book, the city was published, and the name of the publisher. Now, if an author has written a chapter in a book that is edited by somebody else, it's a little different. You still have the name, you still have the year, but the title of the chapter would not be in italics, it would be regular, but it would be in quotation marks. And then it would say in, and the name of the book that chapter appears in italics, because it is a book, a comma, and then edited, which is the edited by, here, Stephen B. Turner. So this book is edited by so-and-so, and Peter Wagner has an article in it. And again, the city of publication and the name of the publisher. Finally, let's say somebody has written an article that appears in a journal. Here, again, you have the last name first, the first name next, the year, the name of the article in quotation marks, no italics, then the name of the journal in italics, and then the issue information. This would be, let's say, year 31 or issue 31. 4 would refer to the particular issue. So this could be year 31, issue 4, and then the complete page numbers of the article.